Hey DBS family, good morning to you. Hope you're feeling all the good vibes and the energy because it is a brand new week, which means we need to flip the script. If last week was a little bit so for you, it's all right because we're coming with a brand new energy, so we're changing things around, okay? It's a brand new week, fresh start, and I hope you're ready to have some good vibes with us right here on DBS this morning. So without any further ado, let me wake you up in the know with our morning news highlights. Hey everybody, good morning. Wake up. It is time to rise and shine with us here on DBS this morning. Of course, you know I'm your morning host, Shayla Mendez, and right now, this is a time where we make sure you get all the good vibrations, but we still keep you in the know. So it's like a 2-in-1. Everybody's winning, right? So welcome again, and right now I want to make sure that we wake you up in the know, so it is about time for our morning news highlights.
A very good morning to you. My name is Timothy Polion. Time now for the news. St. Lucia's murder problem continued on Sunday from where it left off in 2021, which recorded 75 homicides. Within the space of about 7 hours on Sunday, the island recorded its first 2 homicides for this year. The mother of 26-year-old Daryl Francois of Marigot, whose body was found on a roseau plantation early Sunday morning, has urged young men involved in violence to put down the guns and learn to settle their disputes peacefully.
Daryl Brennan Nasdale, he's my son. He was a good boy to me. I don't know for other people, but he was nice to me. But the only thing I will miss about him, he used to help me in the shop. I have a little shop. Whenever I'm busy here, we would go in the shop. He would go in the shop, stay there. And a time, he will come back home.
Meanwhile, the Dennery community in which Joshua Vidal, better known as Ratty, was gunned down on Sunday afternoon has left the neighborhood on edge. They say that this is the first such incident in the peaceful area.
We never had anything around here. It's just our very first time. Very first time we've had something like this. We've never had it. Everybody was, like now, everybody on a scare. Because they will not want to come outside, Everybody is on a scare for their lives, so. But I just hope it doesn't continue.
Finally from us, Education Minister Sean Edward announced yesterday that after analysis of the situation and consultation with the Ministry of Health, the decision is to keep children in school for now. The Minister of Education told a news conference the authorities believe that keeping children in school for the time being is the best decision in the current circumstances. He reiterates that COVID-19 is a disruptor and game changer, not only for the education sector, but almost every facet of human endeavor. As a result, the minister asserts that there will be no compromise regarding the safety of the school family at any time. But he says, given what the Minister of Health has indicated after crunching the figures and disclosing what it anticipates, the belief is that children should remain in school. Nevertheless, he made it clear that if tomorrow the Ministry of Health signals a change in the national dynamic warranting the closure of schools, there will be absolutely no hesitation in doing so. The minister spoke amid national concern over a COVID-19 surge as the country grapples with a 5th wave of the virus that authorities say started on December the 16th, resulting in an average of 136 cases daily. That's a broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. Here's a very enjoyable and productive Tuesday. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. Timothy Polion saying good morning.
And just like that, it's a wrap when it comes to our news highlights. If you missed anything, don't worry. Catch our midday newscast and the nightly newscast at 7 p.m. so you'll still remain in the know. Now we're getting ready to shift gears, get into the lighter side of things, but still keep you informed. And there's going to be a lot to learn about our very own Nobel laureate. So please stick around because we have a really great show in store for you, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Good morning once again. Hoping that these messages find you feeling well. Now, this segment is where we really inform you. If I had to ask anybody in your household, including yourself, tell me something about Sir Arthur Lewis besides the fact that we have a college named after him down here, would you have any answers? Okay, I kind of thought so, and it's all right. It's not about bashing, it's about learning. In this segment, as we continue to celebrate the Nobel Laureates Festival, which is ongoing at this moment, we are going to be sharing some of their content, and this program is going to be highlighting, well, actually, first of all, it's about 29 years. We're celebrating our Nobel Laureates from 1979 with Sir Arthur Lewis, and in 1992 with Sir Derek Walcott. So that's some fun facts for you. And right now, we're going to get to learn a little bit more about Sir Arthur Lewis and his contribution to economics. So get ready to learn something about our very own.
Hello and welcome to Celebrating Excellence. It's been 29 years since St. Lucia has been celebrating St. Lucia's Nobel laureates. Sir William Arthur Lewis, who received the Nobel Prize for Development Economics in 1979, and Sir Derek Alton Walcott, who received the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1992. Every year, the Nobel Laureate Festival Committee use the prefix title Celebrating Excellence with a new theme. This year's theme is Facing New Realities, Creating New Modalities. In this series, our guests talk about the impact our laureates have had on them and on the international arena. Our first guest is Dr. Clarence Henry, Development Economist and Regional Integration Specialist. He tells us about Sir Arthur Lewis's impact on the field of economics.
So one of the first things that we have to appreciate about Sir William Arthur Lewis, St. Lucia Nobel Laureate, is that he was one of the first development economists. Sir Arthur Lewis would have written during the 1950s and 60s, and of course throughout the years as well beyond that. But during the time when he wrote, there was something specific happening. You had the emergence of several countries that were coming out of the colonial era. And in looking at those countries' development status and in trying to determine the path for development for these countries, it was very quickly realized that these countries could not be seen to be similar to developed countries. In fact, the countries that were once, their mother country, so to speak. They were not industrialized. They did not have the sort of natural resource endowment. They had high levels of poverty, unemployment. Their savings rate was not significant. I mean, when you compare that to the realities of developed countries. And so Sir Arthur Lewis began making a contribution on what are the development problematic, but more so the prerequisites for development in those new countries, new independent countries, those countries that were once considered to be third world countries, and today are typically referred to as developing countries. Arthur Lewis' prescription for economic development really still relevant today as such prescription would have been relevant 70 years ago. Why do I say that? I am saying this because fundamentally, to address our problems of low growth, low per capita income growth, and the broader development issues that we face with, you still need to address the channels for which economies grow, which means that you need to still appreciate what are the fundamental challenges that faces an economy, prevents growth, slows down development. Again, it is along the lines of whether you have the resources to do so, the extent to which you have diversified your economy, right? The extent to which there is a degree of industrialization of the economic base. Because if you start talking about the economies that are doing well, one of the common characteristics is that they're very much diversified and have solid industrial base. These were Arthur Lewis prescriptions, so they're still relevant today. What it means for us to moving forward, because Caribbean economies cannot continue growing at 2% or less. Caribbean economies cannot continue to exist with high levels of unemployment, especially among the youth, where youth unemployment tends to be twice the average of the national rate of unemployment. Caribbean economies cannot continue to be uncompetitive in the global market. And so one of the prescriptions that I think we need to go back to very strongly is that of the advancement of regional integration. regional integration provides that basis for addressing the smallness of our economies. It provides the basis for addressing the lack of resources we have. It provides the basis for industrialization because of the fact that it creates not just the sharing of resources, but the larger market space for exporting those newly produced goods. Arthur Lewis was a promoter of regional integration on the basis that he really believed the West Indies Federation, which was established in 1958 and came to a abrupt end really in 1962, would have helped catapult, if you like, the region's economic development. And when that failed, he thought, well, why not the small colonies, the Little Eight that he made reference to, the OECS countries and Barbados, why don't they come together and become a regional grouping to create that prospect for benefiting from a larger market size and more pooling of resources. So Arthur Lewis was correct about that. And I think that fact remains today, despite the fact that, of course, you've had the COVID challenge, despite the fact that we still have much to do in implementing regional integration initiatives. That doesn't change the reality that you still need to go back to regional integration. And I think Sir Arthur Lewis ultimately remains one of the most accomplished development economists in the world. And we have to move from the standpoint of just talking and celebrating Sir Arthur Lewis, but actually implementing what he has prescribed for us to move forward. I think Sir Arthur Lewis would be very happy. I guess you can't be happy in death, but I'm sure if there's possibility, he would be happy to see his prescriptions being implemented in a very thorough manner.
The Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture, The Future of Economic Growth and Development, Sir Arthur Lewis in the 21st Century, will be delivered by Dr. Jovan Ferron, President of George Brown College in Toronto, on Thursday the 20th of January at 7:30 p.m. at the Finance Administrative Centre. The Nobel Laureate Festival Committee thanks the Bank of St. Lucia for its continued sponsorship of the Sir Arthur Lewis Memorial Lecture. There is limited in-person attendance with COVID-19 protocols in place, but the lecture will also be recorded by the National Television Network. Visit the Facebook page at Nobel Laureate Festival St. Lucia for more information and for an events program. The festival runs until 31st of January 2022. I'm Delia Delore. Goodbye.
What's up, good people? This segment is something we started a couple years ago. We were not able to sustain it, and for 2022, it is surely worth the wait because we are back, going to be better than ever with our DBS Lookbook, and we have our very own in-house host for this, our expert. You may have seen her during Christmas time on Jingle DBS's Bells. Yes, we're talking about Vanessa Henry Long, who is a certified style and image consultant as well as makeup artist from Lovely Makeup Artistry. So get ready to have some fun with us, enjoy a different take on fashion, and right now, welcome to DBS's Lookbook.
Hi guys, welcome to DBS Lookbook. I'm your host Vanessa Henry Long, your certified image consultant, and we're going to talk about dressing for success this year, 2022. So we are here at Wings of Love on Jeremy Street, and I'm starting you off in the blazer section. Guys, a blazer is important and is a staple piece in any women's or men's wardrobe. We're starting off with a few variations of blazer, and as we start, I am showing you the variety to choose from for this year to dress for success. We're going to look at various type of blazers. Here you have some neutral patterns, very easy to rock with any color or any print or any pattern. We also have a variety of blazers that are prints. So as you can see, this polka dot type would go with a neutral or a solid color like red or blue. I will show you in a bit how to rock this blazer. When we look at the variety, some persons may wonder, how should I know which color or which pattern or which print goes best with me? It's all about ensuring that you know what I call the key things like your undertone. If you have a warm undertone, which is more on the orangey side, colors like the red, the pink fuchsia, the orange can go very well with you. If you have a cool undertone, it is best to stick with the neutrals like the white or the blush. So this is very easy to select a blazer. Another thing that is important to know is your body type. So if you are more on the biggish side, it is best to stick with a blazer that is not too tight around the arm area. If you have, like me, a very petite core, you can be a bit more flexible in terms of length. So you can select something that has a notch lapel like this one, and of course that has double-breasted like two buttons, or single-breasted like these. There is also this type of blazer that is very funky and interesting to rock. You know why? Because it doesn't have the long sleeves. So these you can rock it with your long sleeve blouse for work and show a very interesting pattern with it. And they also come in a variety of colors. Let me tell you guys, Wings of Love got it for you. So this, I introduced to you guys your staple piece, which is the blazer section. In addition to your blazers, it is important to note that you must be able to rock it with a proper pants or a proper skirt. So guess what? I am here in the skirts and pants section to show you just some variations of skirts that can be used. A while ago, I showed you some blazers that are a bit more to wear. So guess what? You can use them with a solid print skirt like this mint or this charcoal. So for those blazers where you had the variation of patterns, they can be rocked with a solid print. And when I talk about solid, we talk about pants like these or skirts like these, which just has one color. Now, if you have your solid blazers, you can use them with prints and patterns in your bottoms. So here we see the polka dot pants and the polka dot skirts with variation. One interesting thing to note, guys, when it comes to selecting polka dots, the patterns on there is very important. If you are, like myself, a very tiny person, it is best to go with patterns that are small, like this. If you have a more voluptuous body type, you can rock patterns like these that would create a more appealing look to the overall appearance that you're going for. So again, guys, I am showing you variations to choose from in skirts and pants. Do not be afraid to rock various patterns like these, and be very playful with your wardrobe this year, 2022. What you can do, as I said earlier, to rock those prints with solids so they create a more interesting style as we go to dressing for success in 2022. As we come to the end of our lookbook segment today, what better way to end but with a staple dress? Let me tell you guys, it is important to have that dress that will just catch the eye. One way you can ensure that you are always smartly dressed is to have a popping color like red. You can always accentuate it if you desire with a belt, and of course place it with a blazer. It is one way to ensure that when you're dressing, you know that you can pop that look. Interesting patterns and prints, don't forget that, guys. For those of you who may be wondering, what about trying to wear something that is popping on the eye? What I would say, colors like blue and white and black are always interesting, but it's always wise to have the polka dots pattern and the prints to give that popping look this year. As we go from dressing to the more business or the more casual way, one interesting thing to note is to back off that blazer and pull out that belt as you are going from a more business look to a more casual look this year. For example, you have this amazing dress, which is more a shift dress, I would say. When you have a blazer on there, you tend to be more business formal. And of course, by backing off the blazer or the belt, we are going into more a casual type of business wear to dress. So guys, just remember, do not forget to head on down to Wings of Love on Jeremy Street, where you will get all of your amazing fashion as you dress for success this year 2022. We will be showing you some more styles and more tips, and of course heading into how we accessorize with shoes and your bags in the next segment. So look out for that.
Okay, I thought I was posing for St. Lucia, but I guess that career not working out for me. So I guess I'll just stick to fitness. Hey guys, good morning. And you guys just have to say I'm one of the nicest trainers in St. Lucia because I cater for everybody. Because right now I know they have some Lucians that are dedicated, they want to get results, and they have some St. Lucians that are just outright lazy, just want to stay in their bed. You understand? You cannot do nothing, you can pay them, you can get friends to come to the gym, they just lazing it out. So what I'm going to do for them today, I'm going to show you whilst you're in your bed, watching basketball like a certain individual that do not want to come to work on time, staying home, watching basketball. All right? So we're going to show you how you can get it done in your bed, enjoying your favorite program. Let's get it popping. All right, so let's get it done. You're at your home, you're lying down in your bed, you beer escalate, your slippers on, we can still get the work done. So the first, what we're going to do, we're going to do a chest press. So even if you have your pair of shoes, whatever objects you have, you're on your bed, you're going to get it done. We're going to go in a chest press, so you're going to press, maintain whatever you're pressing up above your bust chest area. And again, let's go. Now you're home, you can leave one foot down. You can leave one foot down like that. You will relax. Let's go. Breathe. I remember you're on your bed, you're getting it done. Remember I brought the bed out the last time? That one too big for the bed, so you can use my bed. So again, remember, if you want to build, you're going to go slow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, pause. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, pause. So that's the rep range you want to use if you want to build. Again, 4 to 6 reps. If you want to tone, you want to go a little faster, you're going to go to 12. 1, 2, not too fast, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So realize you maintain the same range, motion going up and down. Now if you want to get ripped, we're going to go to 12 to 15 reps. Let's go. We're going to go 12, 15 to 18 reps. Again, 1. We're not pausing in between. Because remember, if you pause, that means you're looking to build. So we're going straight out. We want to rep, we want to burn out. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Rest. So you see the difference? I show you 3 ways if you want to build, if you want to tone, and if you want to get ripped. So remember, in your bed, you're going to soak your bed. So that means you have to get up and put your cloth on the floor. Or then if you live in Mondido, then you can afford to buy multiple beds. Or if you live in, Pakel, where you live in? Cul-de-sac, you're full of money. They open a new KFC there, you're good. All right. So that's one exercise you can get done. The second exercise, we go down again. Again, we put in the dumbbells together over your chest. And we're coming down, slightly tipping. So even if you use your blue waters, the tip of your bottle on your chest, and you're pressing slightly up and bringing over your head. 1, and bring back down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now pause. You're going to pause there because a piece of action takes place on the TV. So you slightly glance to the TV, you get it, and maybe you say the Solution National word, and then you continue. Let's go. 7, 8. I wouldn't get onto you, right? 9. Let's go. 10. 2 more. 11 and 12. Excellent. So, what do you think just transpired there? I had him pause, you understand, towards your TV. However, I showed you a building process. So that means if you go in and you're repping out and you pause, that means you're resting the muscle, you're more looking to build. You're going to get a faster build instead of just going right through. Okay? So that's 2 exercises that can be done. So the third one, we can hit flies. Again on your bed. Now, if you want more tension in the entire body, what you want to do when you're laying down on your bed or on the floor, you can stretch your legs out, keep your head down, right? And you're flying out. 1, 2, 3. You can see how solid this core is. I can stand on this core. All right? That's how solid it's supposed to be. 7, 8, 9, 10. A different variation, they give it to you one time. Going for a rip. Hold it there. Hold it. Stretch it out. Hold it there. Right there. This core is intact. And I'll show you the core. I'm going 224. Watch how solid it is. And I'm going to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to be solid because there's pressure here. There's pressure here, and it's all coming and stopping right here. It's solid right here. All right? But that is for next show. That's when you'll advance and you'll come and hit the membership or you'll subscribe. We're going to show you these exercises. But let's keep it bedroom style for now. All right. So, our next exercise we're going to hit with the chest again. Whilst you're on your bed, you're going to lay down. You're going to hold whatever you hold in your water in a reverse format. You're going to slightly bring it down, push your chest out, bend your elbows slightly, stretch it out like this. Stretch out your legs, slight bend, slightly. Stretch your legs out and flutter kick. You're hitting your core and squeezing the chest at the same time so you can see how his chest is stretching out here and his core is being worked at the same time. Understand? Head down so he's not straining his neck. He's breathing, he's in control. You understand? You get for 3 sets of 30 seconds, if you can do it. Then you still hitting the chest, core at the same time. Excellent, good job. So guys, it is not easy. Stop making excuses and saying you cannot come to the gym or you don't have money to come to the gym. Stop making excuses. So last but not least, we're going to stretch out the chest at the same time. You're going to turn on the stomach area. You're going to look like a plank area. However, you're going to hit it with your elbows now. Elbows. And you're going to slightly go forward, bend forward. So when you're on your elbows now and you bend forward, you're practically not going to feel it in your core, but it's more like a chest stretch area. A lot of people don't know that. When you travel to expos overseas, you get to know a lot of tricks and trade in the business. So if you slightly push your body forward, you only feel it in your chest. Not your core, your chest. Again, you give a couple of seconds. And if you want it more advanced, you can slowly come back, rock it forward, rock it forward. All right, simple. So there's a lot of ways you can get fit and ripped even whilst trying. So it is not rocket science. If you don't want to get it done, you're not too knowledge of it, come down to Bullfit Lifestyle, get in touch. We're going to help you stay fit and focused. Good morning.
I told you we had a really good show in store. I hope you like some of the new elements that we've been fitting in for this week. Again, it's a new year. And you know, every year we switch things up a little bit. Now that this is completed, I'm hoping that we give you the right remedy, or let's say I hope we put together the right combinations of the show today to make sure that you started off on the right foot. So if indeed it made your day, please just go out there and spread that good energy. That's all we need. Plus, just a gentle reminder to make sure that you're keeping safe. Don't leave home without your mask. Make sure you have your sanitizer. You know whether we're vaccinated or not. We got to follow these rules. This is all going to help make things a little bit more easier. So let's do what we got to do. Keep each other safe. And I'll see you tomorrow right here on DBS This Morning. Bye.